Hey y'all, welcome back to NLC Creations. I'm sorry if I look a little to the right. I'm using my phone and the screen is over here, but the camera is right here, but I want to make sure that I'm looking at y'all. So, welcome back to NLC Creations. I'm Nikki, owner of NLC Creations, and yes, I have a bonnet on my head. Why? Because I don't care. Okay. So this video, I'm going to go into more depth about the items that you need to get started in sublimation. I'm going to show you the items and I'm going to explain a little bit about the reasons behind why you need them. I'm going to go into the differences between a couple of different items and kind of tell y'all specifically what type of items you need to make a few specific items like tumblers or t-shirts, etc. Alright, so we're going to get started. First up, the most important thing you need for sublimation is a sublimation printer. Yes. I mean, now you don't necessarily need a sublimation printer. You can go online and buy your sublimation prints from different people. That is fully okay. You don't have to print them yourself. However, if you mess anything up, you won't have the option of running back to your printer and reprinting your design immediately. You're going to have to wait for somebody to ship that thing to you. So you need a printer. I prefer the Epson EcoTank printers. I've had experience with other types of printers in the past, most notably the workforce printers that you have to change cartridges or get a continuous ink system. Could never get my CISS to work. Cartridges worked, but then you run the risk of the ink running out of the cartridge and getting air into your print head because you didn't check the ink. So stick with an EcoTank printer. Now, EcoTanks come in a variety of sizes, print sizes. So you want to make sure that you get a printer that prints images to the size that you're going to need for whatever you want to put your designs on. Now, I do a variety of different items. Specifically, when I'm doing shirts, I typically tend to do larger shirts, like extra large, 2X, 3X. So I need to be able to print in bigger sizes. I don't want to print an 8.5 by 11 image and put it on a big shirt for a big guy or for myself. I wear extra large. The little image is going to be like this on my shirt. It's not going to work. So at least 11 by 17, I suggest if you want to make apparel. You're going to get that from an Epson ET 15000, an Epson 8550, an Epson 16500, and a variety of other more expensive EcoTank printers. Now, you could get adventurous and piece images together. I personally like to do things the easy way, so I just went out and purchased myself a printer that prints the sizes that I need. Now, there are printers that print even bigger than 11 by 17 and 13 by 19. You can go off and get you an Epson F570, and you can print up to 24 inches wide on that baby. That's gold, y'all. Alright, so we got the printer right. Now, you can't do anything with your printer unless you have ink. So you're going to need some sublimation ink. I highly recommend Printers Jack from Amazon. It's the ink that I've used throughout my entire sublimation career the last couple of years. I've never had any issues with it. I always get vibrant colors. And best of all, you can order it directly from Amazon. I usually get it in one day. I get 1 day shipping. I think I've even gotten it same day before. So it's perfect. Now, other people recommend other brands of ink, and you can feel free to try whatever brand of ink makes your heart pump. But I highly recommend Printers Jack. So you got your ink, you got your printer. What's next? You need some paper. I personally use a sub 120. It's not as thick as the 125, but it holds more ink than the 105. So there's a sub 105, a sub 120, and a sub 125. I recommend a sub 120. I've gotten the best results from that. The a sub 105 is a little thin and flimsy, and I don't really like the way it works. The 125 is a lot thicker and sometimes gets jammed up in my printer. So a sub 120 is what I stick with. And you can buy that in any size, 8.5, 11 by 17, or 13 by 19. So it goes up to the biggest size that you're probably going to need for your small printer. So we got our printer, we got our ink, and we got our paper. What's next? Now we need to decide what type of items we're going to print on. I personally love doing cups, so I'm a tumbleraholic. If you look over there in the corner on that shelf there, you will see a whole shelf full of cups. Yes, and yes, my craft room is a mess. I'm a crafter. What do you expect? And yes, I'm not looking at the camera, and I'm still going to upload this video because I'm not going to re-record, y'all. This is like my 5th time trying to record this video. The last 4 times I actually looked halfway decent. This time, I don't care. I don't care. All right. So yeah, tumblers. This is one that's already printed. This is one of my top selling designs. This design is exclusive to my shop. Maybe not the words, but the design. I made this design. This is my design. So if you see it anywhere else with that font and this style and that, let me know because they stole my stuff. But tumblers. Get straight-sided tumblers. Don't get warped tumblers. Straight-sided tumblers. Easiest. You print, cut your paper, wrap it around. Good to go. I specifically order most of my tumblers from China, direct from the manufacturer. That's where you're going to get the best deals. There are also a bunch of great companies that have built businesses here in the United States that resell their tumblers that they purchase from overseas. Great quality. A little bit more expensive, but they get them to you quick. So it just depends on how quick you need your cups. You can order them straight from China, or you can get them from a United States vendor. Either way, tumblers. And they come in different sizes. 14 ounce, 20 ounce, 30 ounce, hookah tumblers, wine tumblers, baby bottles. The list goes on. Water bottles. What else do I have up there? There are some that have glitter on them. So if you're printing a design that has glitter in it, such as this one, you can print it on a glitter tumbler and it will shimmer. We also got shirts and apparel. You can print on, there are literally an endless amount of things that you can print on with sublimation. Sublimation items, the biggest thing to know is that they need to be poly coated. They gotta have some kind of polyester in them, otherwise your design is not gonna stick to it. So yeah, polyester. Your shirts, Cricut so far has the best shirts that I use whenever I'm designing. They come in white and they come in gray. They have like the baseball crops. They have short sleeves. They have V-necks for women. They have kid sizes. They have bodysuits. They have crew necks for the men. Can't go wrong with a Cricut shirt. They're made for sublimation. Or, well, they say they're made for Cricut Infeasible ink, which is basically sublimation. So, go to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby and get you an Infeasible ink shirt if you want to test it out. Usually you can find them anywhere between $4 to $9. They always go on sale at all 3 of those places, so be on the lookout for the sale. What else? I have wallets that you can print designs on, passport covers, coffee mugs. Let's see. I'm just looking around my room trying to figure out what I have that has sublimation. So you can sublimate on like cardboard boxes and things too. People get real creative with those. You know, you want to add your logo to your shipping boxes. People have been sublimating on them. Tissue paper, and then using the tissue paper for different projects. All right, so we went over substrates. For tumblers, I recommend having well, now that you got your substrate, your ink, and your printer, and all that good stuff, you're going to need to get your ink to transfer onto your substrate, right? So how do we do that? We use heat. The average temperature to get your design onto a substrate is 400 degrees, is what most people recommend, but it'll be up to your specific heat press or oven. So when I started doing tumblers, let me put that down because I'm using it too much. All right, when I started doing tumblers, I used an oven. That's my Oster French door oven. Highly recommend it. I can cook up to 3 cups at a time. I don't have to rotate them. Just put them in there, cook them for 6 minutes. And I do mine at 360 degrees, 365. You know, you're going to have to play around with your oven just a little bit to figure out exactly how to get the best result for your cups. Highly recommend getting a thermostat to put in there just in case your oven's not reading the proper temperature if you're going to use an oven. Another tool that you can use for tumblers is a heat press, and mine is actually right here. Excuse my big forehead. Tumbler press. Yes, this, I love it so much. And once I got that, I haven't really used my oven much. So, highly recommend a tumbler press. I have a pre-order going on for those. I'll be ordering them from my supplier in about a month. So if you want to purchase a tumbler press from me, let me know. And I'll get you on the pre-order. And I can press with that. I can press coffee mugs and any size tumbler. Please excuse my dog. Sorry, shut up. Leave her alone. Apologize, y'all. She's barking at the cat. This video is a mess. Y'all see my plate? I was eating shrimp earlier. Okay. Alright, so we got our heat. So if you're doing apparel or anything flat, you can use a heat press. I do not recommend the Cricut Easy Press. Do not get the Cricut Easy Press. Get a heat press. You can get a cheap one on Amazon for 150 bucks. It's going to work just fine. That's where I started at. Then I got another heat press. So initially I started with a 12 by 15 multi-heat press that I paid like $150 for on Amazon. And then I was doing a lot of masks. Lots of masks. I needed another heat press. So I bought a 15-inch by 15-inch heat press. That's a really good size for any home crafter. You're going to be able to press mostly anything on that. And you can get those on Amazon too for like $200. Prime shipping, free shipping. Yes. If you don't have Amazon Prime, linked it below. You follow my link, you can get like a month free or something similar to that. Amazon Prime is amazing. You also get free videos with Amazon Prime. And if you happen to purchase anything from the links below, I might get a small commission from them. I am an Amazon affiliate. Alright, back to the stories. We got a printer, got our substrates, got our heat press. Next thing you're going to need is a design. Now, where are you going to get your designs from? There are 1,000,001 places you can get your designs from on the web. I frequently purchase designs from Etsy. A lot of the designs are catered directly to what you're printing on. I also highly recommend using Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is a whole huge database of designs. You're going to find everything on there. And if you have a subscription with them, you can use your designs anywhere. They give you a commercial license to use the designs as much as you want. That's the best thing about Creative Fabrica. You can use the designs as much as you want, and if you know anything about print on demand, you can use them there too. Alright, my links below for Creative Fabrica as well. Check them out. Check their designs out. You're going to love it. So, yeah, it's just that simple, y'all. To get started in sublimation, you need a printer with paper and ink. You need something to print your designs on. You need a heating element, whether it be a heat press or an oven. And then you need a design. So that's the initial 6 things. Now you're going to still need some little residual tools to go with your process. you're definitely going to need some heat tape. I buy my heat tape on Amazon, buy a lot of things on Amazon. I get 2 different size heat tapes. I recommend you do the same if you're going to do tumblers. I use a smaller heat tape, a 10 millimeter, and I also use a 20 millimeter heat tape. All right. And then you probably are going to want to make your life easier. Get a tape dispenser. There are so many different tape dispensers you can purchase from. There's actually some that are specifically made for heat tape that will cut your tape as you pull it off. Do it. It'll make your life easier. Don't use scissors. Do not use scissors to cut your heat tape. Get you a tape dispenser. Okay. And yes, there's tape on that because when I ordered it, it came broken. And then Amazon refunded me and didn't want it back, so I just decided to keep it and add some tape and call it a day. What else do I use? I do not use heat gloves. I brave it out. And I actually have rarely burned myself, but this is a very old pot holder. But I recommend using a pot holder and tongs if you're doing tumblers or anything that has to go in the oven or on a tumbler press. The shirts, you're not going to need any of this. You can just pull your stuff off your heat press and remove the tape and just be careful. You're going to have a hard time removing tape if you're using heat gloves. But yeah, anything related to an oven or tumbler press, I use this and these. And these I got at the Dollar Tree for $1. I highly recommend a microfiber cloth if you're doing anything related to drinkware, so you can wipe your substrate down before you put your design on there. You don't want to make sure that there's nothing, no hair, no nothing on your cups when you're pressing. You can use scissors to cut your paper if you want to, but I recommend this. This is my best friend when it comes to cutting straight lines for my paper. This is my chopper, paper cutter. Chopping paper cutter that's not locked, and I almost cut my finger off, y'all. I'm out here living dangerously, man. Alright, so yeah, got that locked. Yes, this video is long, but I'm really hoping that I'm giving y'all some good information, and I hope y'all are still here with me throughout all my antics. Alright, make sure, let me think, is there anything else that I use when I'm doing sublimation? Let me go through my process. Oh, you know what? And last but not least, you're going to need some kind of software to print your designs. Some kind of software. You got to be able to measure your design. You got to know the circumference of your cup and the height. And if it's straight-sided, the circumference is the width, the height is the height. And then you size your design to that many inches or centimeters or millimeters or whatever format of measuring you like to use. Size it to that. Make sure it's that size on your design software and print it off to your printer. And what else, y'all? I don't know. I think that's everything that I use. Got my printer, ink, paper, heat press, substrates, designs, tape, paper cutter, tape dispenser, heat protectant things, whether you choose to use heat gloves or you are like me and just use tongs and what are those things? A pot holder, and a microfiber cloth for all your hard stuff. And yeah. Oh, you know what? I like to recycle my paper, so I use this tool, my Cricut. Well, this one's Cricut, but any weeding tool. It makes getting the tape off the paper super simple. And quick tip, take your tape off while it's still hot. It'll come off easier and faster. Yeah. Just easier and faster, y'all. And I believe that's everything, y'all. Like, If you have any questions about getting started in sublimation, please feel free to drop a question below. Drop a question below, because I'm here to help y'all. I'll be doing more videos, and hopefully they look a lot better than this one. Or maybe not. Maybe this is my thing. Maybe I'm just the crazy crafter who doesn't care about what she looks like. Is that me? I think it is me. Because who crafts? Who gonna craft trying to look all cute? Not me. I like to be comfortable when I craft. Alright. So I think I'm done ranting about crafting and clothing for the day. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. If you want to purchase any of my items, feel free to visit www.nlccreations.com. Subscribe to my channel if you like me, or if you like my content. All the links below, they take you to Amazon. I might get a commission off of it if you make a purchase, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate your support. Yeah, so once again, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching. Peace, y'all.